It's the talk of people in the know. Welcome to the G-Block Show. This is the G-Block Show, episode 7.
Okay, now we got to move on here. We're looking at Ryan. Well, we're looking at Ryan Seacrest. I mean, that's a cool name. I don't know if he made that up or if that's actually a family name. But it says here he's getting cold feet about walking down the aisle. Well, personally, I got to tell you this. But yeah, if you're listening, Ryan, I got to tell you, if you're getting cold feet, number one, you probably shouldn't be doing this. You probably shouldn't be going down the aisle in the first place. It's just not natural for a man to have cold feet. Women don't like it. Number two, it's not like, number two, Ryan, men, it's not, women, now, you guys think about this. Now, girls, women, when it's like they're born with this. It's just like part of being a girl. But it's just a total female thing. From the practically the first words out of their mouth, that's what they're doing. They're thinking about, well, when they get married, they're going to have kids. How many kids? 2, 3, 4 kids. God, they're going to marry Prince Charming, and it's going to be this just unbelievable wedding. That's all they do. They think about it. They get to be a little older, and it's like that's their whole thing. That's what their whole focus is. They got to find a guy. They got to find the right. Again, Prince Charming going to rope him in. And it's, the big chunk of the early part of their entire life. The early part of their entire life is just a guy going, this wedding thing. Men, if you're a guy, it's just like you're just a passerby. You're kind of just walking by this, and the next thing you know, you have the sex drive, and the next thing you know, you're getting roped into this, and you're getting married. There's no warm feet, cold feet to it. So I'm just saying, Ryan, I mean, think about this. If you're getting cold feet, maybe marriage isn't for you. Or maybe you're just kind of leaning. I don't know. I'll be honest. I seriously thought he was gay. I just thought he was gay. I thought he was already with some guy, and that was that. But according to this, now he's getting into therapy for cold feet. Just go get some of those shoe warmer things and just do it. Or just walk away. Better yet, you don't need no therapist. Just listen to me, for crying out loud. Give me 3 minutes here, telling you everything you need to know. Run, Ryan, run. Oh, geez, looky here. Yeah, looks as though Vanna has been hiding a child abuse whore. A whore? No, like horror. Like scary. Not like a girl that turns tricks. No. Vanna White is hiding a dark family secret. For crying out loud, Vanna, turn the letter. What are you doing, hiding? That's not right. That's not what you do. You're the revealer, not the hider. As anybody knows, been watching that Wheel of Fortune any length of time. Yep, she's a letter turner, all right. And her half-sister, Ingrid, wow. Let me just stop right here and say, if you're going to have 2 kids, you're going to name, you got 2 girls, you're not going to name one Vanna and the other one Ingrid unless you want problems right off the bat. It's so wrong. You just don't name one of your girl kids a nice, attractive name, and then name the other one an awful, ugly name. And expect everything to go okay, Like you're not going to name, like, tell us a little more about that. Give us an example. Well, Vanna and Ingrid, right there, awful. Look, Vanna is a beautiful name. Ingrid, awful. For example, let's just say Lisa is a reasonably attractive name. You name the other daughter Ethel or Myrna. Can't you see right there? Oh, yeah, I get that. Yeah, we're going to go out on a double date here. And I'm going to go with Lisa. Yeah, my friend, as soon as he hears the name Myrna, he's gone like a shot. But if I said her sister, Lori, for example, nothing real hot about it, but, normal name. But then no problem. Exactly. Well, that's exactly what I'm saying. And, when they're growing up as 2 kids, it's always going to be that way. It's like, whoa, where's Vanna? But no one's ever going to say, where's Ingrid? And on top of it all, it sounds a little bit like inbred. It's like, it should be your mind immediately. It's like, oh, I'd like you to meet Ingrid. Immediately, your first thought is inbred. And then you're like, oh, hi, Ingrid. Try to be nice, try to be polite, even though you hate to even say the word. So anyway, then you can expect problems. Just what I'm saying here. Apparently that's happened. While Vanna has had this wonderful life, turning letters, revealing letters. That's really what she is. She's a letter revealer. She's like the only one on the planet. She's been doing it forever. in front of a nation that waits and watches and waits and can't wait to see her turn what the heck the letter's going to be. I mean, what a job, what a life, and she gets paid plenty for it. The lady just standing there, turning this big cube, flipping it. I mean, my God. Everybody should be so fortunate. And as a parent, I mean, you'd be like, I don't know how proud you'd be, but you're like, wow, she really lucked out. Meanwhile, what's up with Ingrid? Well, I'm going to tell you right here, Ingrid apparently was watching. She got here. Okay, according to, and it's a Florida arrest record, okay, obtained by the tab here. She allegedly left 2 younger mentally challenged children with a 12-year-old child in charge. Now, that's something right there. I've got to ask you guys about what point can you, first of all, is it when you're 10 years old, do you still need a babysitter? 11? I don't know. But how old do you have to be before you legally don't need a babysitter? And isn't it right on the heels of that all of a sudden now you can be a babysitter? It's like you go from one day, you go from one day like you need to be babysat, then the next day you can babysit. Which seems to be right about 12. 11 years old, it's like, oh, you need a babysitter. 12 years old, it's like, hey, can you come babysit? It's like this major promotion. There isn't that, you know what I mean? It doesn't seem like, I know what you mean. It doesn't seem like there's this period of time where you don't need a babysitter, where you're neither cut out to be a babysitter nor you need a babysitter. It's like you'd think there'd be like a couple years where it's like, okay, you don't need a babysitter, but you can't babysit. Yeah, exactly. But it doesn't seem like that. I mean, with girls, right? It's always girls. Never want the boy around. No, sir. Get that boy. Just babysit him and get him the hell out of the house on a bike. He's not going to be a babysitter. Well, that's a girl thing because we're in a society now that's completely not sexist, right? Yeah, if you believe that, I've got a lot of swampland that you're going to love to build on in Florida. Okay, so it's a bunch of crap. Let's just say it. It is what it is. We all like to go around thinking that we got equality. Meanwhile, think about it. You equality my foot. Okay, you go to Hooters. I had a nephew try this. He, a male, and he went there to sign up to try to be a waitress, to try to be a wait staff there. And it's like, well, no, you don't have any, you're not a woman. You don't have any boobs. Let's just say it. And they were like, no, we can't hire you. And it's like, well, what the heck? What about equal rights? What about equal rights? Well, equal rights only apply to women these days, it seems, because they got it all. I mean, they got the Hooters. They just got it made, and of course, they're just it's built in that they can babysit and clean house. You never see it. It's always the Merry Maids and stuff. Never, men need not apply. And this equal rights. It is equal. Blah 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 blah. In this equality phase that we're now in. Yeah, say nothing of these commercials. Yeah, what commercials? Well, these commercials, there's always, they make fun of the man. They always, this has been going on for 30, 40 years. It's like the man is always the butt of the joke in the commercials. Like, the man will say something like, oh, I must have been mistaken. And the wife will turn and look at him like, well, of course you are. You're an idiot. It's like, that sort of thing. And so it's always the man is the idiot. He's the buffoon. But yet women are always saying how they're the ones who are on the defense, So it doesn't really seem so, really. Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, men have been the butt of every joke forever, and they just got to take it because, well, they're men, and they can't be unfair to women. And so unfair means they just put up with a bunch of being put down and stuff. Okay, so anyways, back to this. Apparently, Vanna's sister, Ingrid, allegedly left 2 younger mentally challenged children. Now, these aren't your average children. Now, these are mentally challenged. Don't know what that means. I don't think it means like they were, mentally retarded or anything. I just think it means they were challenged mentally, which I don't know. I've got to say, I think we all are, almost all of us, who use our brains at all. We try to really think, which more and more is getting to be less and less. I think we're challenged these days. But, nevertheless, this 12-year-old child was in charge, and this was leading to an argument. This led to an argument where one child stabbed the other with a steak knife. Maybe they were just, I don't know, maybe they were eating steak, which can tend to make you bring out the animal in you anyway. It's like, as you're kind of cutting into the animal flesh, it's like, you kind of, probably brings you back a little bit to your more barbaric, what is that part of the brain they could call it? You're talking about the reptilian. Yeah, that's right, the reptilian part of the brain. So he's cutting in the steak, they've gotten their reptilian part of the brain just overactive at this point. And one of them probably said something like, you got the cooties. I mean, at that age, right? And the other one probably said, the heck I do, and probably gave the other one, a little stabbed him with a knife. But it says here, Ingrid failed to get medical treatment, and the report said, now, what do we know? Did the child just really do a gushing, plunging stab into the other kid? Or was it more like, hey, back off, like a little poke? Obviously, it couldn't have been too bad, because the one kid would have died, would have bled to death. The prosecutors are not charging Ingrid, but here's the point. It led to her 3 children being torn apart. It led to her 3 sons being torn apart and placed with strangers in the state foster care system. So, I mean, why on earth have you not told us about this, Vanna? Why have you been keeping this a secret from us? Is it because you know darn good and well that because your name is Vanna, that you already had privilege to begin with? Because you know as well as your own name that had it been Ingrid, you would have never ever gotten the job on the wheel. Your life would have been totally different. It would have been an awful life like your sisters had. Is that why you didn't want to tell? Is that why you've been keeping it hidden from us? I bet so. Some people out there, if you're listening to this, I don't care what age you are, if you got kids, be careful what you name them. If you're going to name one Ingrid, name the other one Ethel. At least keep it balanced. If you're going to name one Vanna, name the other one something like Lisa or something like that. A nice name. Keep it. Just don't give one child a beautiful name, like Surrey, for example, and then give the other one an awful name. Because this is the kind of stuff that will happen, and then the child with the nice name will not want to tell everybody what happens with that other sibling with the awful name. It's just what happens.
You've been enjoying another episode of the G-Block Show, and we hope you're telling your friends about the G-Block Show. If you have feedback or suggestions or would like to be a G-Block Show sponsor, please contact us at gblockshow.com.
Hey, for the price of a fancy store-bought card, I will make you an online video card. An invitation, greeting, birthday wish, get well, congratulations, anything, and perhaps more than what you'd buy a traditional boring card for. I can make it for you. It's great because it's online and it can be shared or sent to anyone and everyone. No postage needed. And I'm sure you'll agree that I'm way more entertaining and lovable than any paper card. And not to mention I'm a celebrity. Oh, it's so easy. All you have to do is go to www.gblockshow.com. And that's all one word, G-Block-Show, and then, of course, a little .com. I'm very salty, and I can't wait to hear from you. Well, I can, but I'd rather not.
Don't miss the next G-Block Show, which is Episode 8.